I.N.D.I.A politicizing the Manipur crisis. Arnab debates at 9 p.m.
This is the studio where we have brought the people of India closer to us and stood firmly for national interest. What do you see in this partnership? What brings us together?
You know, Arnab, what they say, ek or ek 11, 1 plus 1 can become 11.
Absolutely.
I see that happening here. Today, when you have two brands who share this ethos, who share this philosophy, who always stand for integrity and who always stand for customer first, you will see a partnership that will elevate both. Republic continues to do what they do, we continue to do what we do, and together we do both better.
कैसे लगा आपको जब आप पहले मुंबई की हैं आप और मुंबई से आप पहुंची एकेडमी?
मैं तभी पुशअप्स वगैरह मारती थी। मैंने जाते ही मेरे एक सीनियर बोला आप एक पुशअप कर पाओगे। मैंने डेमो टाइप 20 पुशअप किए थे तभी। पहले दिन पे मैम ने हर कैडेट को मेरे को दिखाया, दे देखो पुशअप्स करती है, पुशअप करती है। सेकेंड डे से जो शेड्यूल टाइट हो गया था, हेक्टिक शेड्यूल था जो सुबह 4 बजे से रात को 10 बजे तक चलता था, और उसके बाद जो अनऑफिशियल पनिशमेंट्स एंड ऑल चलती थी, इट इज़ ऑल टुगेदर डिफरेंट बॉल गेम। मतलब आप सोच के कुछ और जाते हो और वहाँ होता कुछ और।
From the Delhi studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Arnab Goswami on the debate at 9. Presented by Amity University. Powered by RP Sanjeev Goenka Group. The new Kia Seltos, Century Ply, Epson Eco Tank Printers, and Motorola Razr 40 Ultra. Co-powered by Serra and Maersk.
Good evening and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to one more edition of your favorite debate show. Ladies and gentlemen, it has been my proud privilege to lead India's #1 independent news network. And in the course of our journalism, it is also my continued privilege to have the opportunity of seeing Republic partner with some of the biggest names of corporate India who believe in our journalism, who support our journalism. Today, I come to you from what will now be rebranded as the Century Laminates Century Republic Studios. Century is a leading corporate house of Eastern India that believes in innovation and disruption much like the Republic Network does. And therefore, I would like to begin by saying we are deeply grateful for this partnership and look forward with the support of the leading corporates of this country, leading business groups of the country, leading believers in news, to constantly innovating and improving the quality of news, the quality of debate as we head into the general elections of 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, I come to you this evening from the Century Laminates Republic Studios, as you can see. Viewers, at the start of this debate, I wish to make a few key points once again on the situation in Manipur. I want to begin by saying that the situation in Manipur causes me concern and causes you concern as well. But I believe that there has been far too much politics on this subject. We must understand the situation in complexity. And I believe that that is not the case. Now, tomorrow I am told a group of members of parliament will be going to Manipur on what they feel is a fact-finding mission. Firstly, Do we need an all-party delegation in Manipur now? Will it help the situation on the ground? Or is then a direct and clear attempt to extract as much political mileage as possible from the situation in Manipur? Unlike what fake news posts on social media may be telling you, the reality is that the situation in Manipur, touch wood, is slowly beginning to come under control. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a few facts with me which I wish to share with you about the situation on the ground, and I hope that if you have the opportunity, you shall share this with all those in your immediate circle as well. Viewers, there have been violent clashes between two communities which has caught the administration and the state government off guard. But I also would like to share with you that sources in the government are telling me that the number of deaths from clashes or from violence has been steadily declining. In fact, no deaths, not a single death, has been reported since July 17th, 2023, which is a 10-day period. This tells me that if we hold on together, if we believe that we can bring things under control, then they will, and they shall. Ladies and gentlemen, they must. For the larger national interest, they must. Is this therefore the time? Is this the moment? Is it correct to make this more intensely political? Will that help? Ladies and gentlemen, as we report the situation, we must also say that while there have been isolated clashes between two communities which have been happening over the past few weeks, the frequency of the clashes has been declining sharply. And the government, the central government and the state government are trying their best to restore some sense of trust. For only trust, and ladies and gentlemen, only and only trust will bring back normalcy. Politics is not going to bring back normalcy. Politics will complicate the situation. Viewers, I am told now that the Congress party feels that it has a lot to contribute to the situation in Manipur. And without the slightest dose of sarcasm, I wish to say to Rahul Gandhi and to the Vadra Congress, they have already contributed negatively enough over the years. You will be shocked, viewers, but during the 15 years of the Congress rule, under the leadership of Chief Minister O. Ibobi in Manipur, there were 1,728 cases of fake encounters. In fact, the things were so bad that the Honorable Supreme Court had ordered an investigation into the matter. So I want to say to the Congress, what right do they have to lecture now? We have a situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a security situation on the ground, and I think that instead of wrenching the last bit of politics over it, we need to understand there has been no casualty in the 17th of July. Government offices are open, they are functioning. The state government has ordered schools to be opened. They are registering an attendance of 82%. The attendance in government offices has picked up to 72%. And there are 57,000 people, both Métis and Cookies, who are living in 361 relief camps, which are providing relief and rehabilitation facilities. And this is not a band-aid kind of solution. This is healing. I only wish to say tonight, let there be healing. For when there will be healing, there will be peace. This is not the time, ladies and gentlemen, for the opposition to scratch at the scabs of decades of ethnic conflict, which is sharpened now. Ladies and gentlemen, let's debate. Debate number one tonight. No politics on Manipur, I say, no politics. For we have seen enough. We have, ladies and gentlemen, been through enough. And we do not need political parties to exacerbate the situation on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, debate number two this evening. Debate number two this evening. UCC is coming soon, I'm glad to share today that 75 lakh suggestions, 7.5 million suggestions on the UCC draft have been received. Things are going to move fast now. And debate number 3 this evening. On debate number 3 on a packed show this Friday evening, I say don't communalize Manipur. Don't bring a Hindu-Christian angle to this. That's debate number 3, and here are the headlines this Friday evening on the Debate Tonight. A delegation of 20 I.N.D.I.A MPs are headed to Manipur over the weekend for a political visit. With Kuki, Meitei peace talks fully on track, the centre puts its focus on checking refugees from Myanmar.
This is a tribal conflict. It is given a religious twist, but it is not a religious conflict between two religions. It's between two tribes.
Cardinal Oswald Gracias makes it clear the Manipur conflict is between tribes and not religions. 75 lakh responses in just 44 days. The law panel gets recommendations on the UCC from over 7 million stakeholders. Based on opinion from across India, the law panel will now start writing the UCC report and draft for Parliament.
वहां के खिलाड़ियों के भी पासपोर्ट पे जैसे बाकी खिलाड़ियों के स्टैंप लगे, वैसे ही स्टैंप लगाओ, तभी खिलाड़ी जाएंगे, नहीं तो हमारे खिलाड़ी नहीं जाएंगे.
And India sends a strong message to China by pulling back its wushu team over stapled visa controversy. Ladies and gentlemen, Manipur, that has witnessed a spate of deadly violence for over 2 months, could very well see very soon peace, as Kuki and Meitei peace talks are entering an advanced stage. At this crucial juncture, there should be no scope for politics. And that's why the I.N.D.I.A delegation is going to sensitive areas of Manipur. I feel it may only add to the politicization of the violence. Let's debate.
Don't thump the table. Don't thump it. It is not a theatrics. We will not countenance this. No, I'm so sorry. No. I will call the leaders. No, sorry. The House is adjourned.
For another day, opposition tried holding Parliament to ransom over the issue of Manipur.
जब सरकार तैयार है चर्चा के लिए, सरकार पहले दिन से ही तैयार थी, उसके पहले पूर्व में ही तैयार थी, तो चर्चा ना करने में क्या रहस्य है वो तो देश की जनता देख रही है कि सरकार तैयार होने के बावजूद विपक्ष चर्चा नहीं कर रही है, और शायद एक इतने गंभीर और संवेदनशील विषय पे राजनीतिकरण करने की कोशिश की जा रही है.
Instead of debating the issue in Parliament, a delegation of 20 I.N.D.I.A MPs are heading to strife tone Manipur.
आज इंडिया पार्टीज की बैठक में वो तय हुआ कि एक डेलीगेशन विपक्षी पार्टियों का, इंडिया पार्टीज का खासकर वहाँ डेलीगेशन जाएगा. कल दिन भर हिली रीजन में, हिल एरिया में और वैली एरिया में, दोनों जगह जो है 2-2, 3-3 रिलीफ का ये जो अभी जो रिलीफ कैंप्स वहाँ पे हैं, वायलेंस हिट एरियाज में जो रिलीफ कैंप्स हैं, वहाँ पे जाएंगे, जायजा लेंगे. पूरे पार्लियामेंट की तरफ से एक मैसेज टाइप ले जाएंगे कि हम उनके साथ खड़े हुए हैं, उनको वहाँ पे पीस रिस्टोर करवाने के लिए जो हमारे हाथ से हो सकता है, जो हम कर सकते हैं वो करेंगे. सुबह में 10 बजे गवर्नर से भी मुलाकात होगी.
While sources tell us that peace talks between Kukis and the government and Meiteis and the government are close to a deal, and an accord or an understanding might be announced very soon with all the sides on a common platform. On the ground, buffer zones have been created, sometimes extending up to 10 kilometers in the foothills of Manipur, where these zones separate the Kuki areas and the Meitei areas and make sure that there are no further cases of violence.
On ground, while peace talks are on, Full attempts are being made to restore normalcy in the state.
इस वक्त हम मणिपुर की राजधानी इम्फाल में मौजूद है और तमाम स्कूल कॉलेजेस अब ओपन कर दिए गए हैं। जिंदगी अब पटरी पर है। एक क्लासरूम में मौजूद है और आप तस्वीरों में देखेंगे कि जो बच्चे हैं यहाँ पर पढ़ रहे हैं, अपनी जो एजुकेशन है उसको आगे बढ़ा रहे हैं।
And the government has its next task cut out, weeding out illegal immigrants.
I have got instruction from the ministry to identify the illegal migrants so that we can deport after the situation is normalized in the Myanmar. And the state government has already ordered, if possible, we should deport all the illegal migrants who are staying in the state.
While the opposition wants Prime Minister to speak in Parliament, it should not lose sight of a certain history and precedents. In 1993, the Kuki-Naga violence went on for a good 8 months. The then MOS Home Rajesh Pilot visited Manipur just for 3.5 hours, came back and made a statement in Parliament during a short duration discussion. Same happened in 1995, again in 1997-98, and during the UPA years between 2010 and 2017, when the Congress party was in power in the state of Manipur, long periods of blockades in Manipur happened, and only once a short duration discussion happened in Parliament, again responded to by MOS Home. Prime Minister left the debate midway and Sonia Gandhi did not speak.
The peace talks are on track. There's no death reported in last 11 days. Should the opposition aggravate the situation with politics? Let's debate.
I think Manipur should be above politics. And I wish to share with everyone, I want to start first with Pramod Krishnan ji. Pramod Krishnan ji, aap mane ya na mane? And I'd like to welcome also with me in the studios Ashutosh Verma, National Spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, well-known columnist, writer, Abhijit Iyer Mitra. Thank you very much, Abhijit. We have Riju Datta, spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress. We have Sudhanshu Trivedi ji, Dr. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Member of Parliament and National Spokesperson of the BJP, and of course Acharya Pramod Krishnan, who is Senior Leader of the Congress Party. आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन जी, मुझे खुशी होती है ये आपसे शेयर करने में कि पिछले 10 दिनों में सिचुएशन काफ़ी संभल गई है मणिपुर में. थिंग्स आर गेटिंग बेटर, आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन. एंड आई हैव बीन इन्फॉर्म्ड दैट देयर हैव बीन नो कैजुअलिटीज इन द लास्ट 10 days. क्लैशेस कम हुई हैं. देयर आर फ्यूअर क्लैशेस. देयर आर नो डेथ्स. ट्रस्ट इज कमिंग बैक. बच्चे स्कूल जा रहे हैं, ओवर 80% अटेंडेंस है, और गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स हैव स्टार्टेड गोइंग टू वर्क. ओवर अबाउट 75% अटेंडेंस इन गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसर्स है. सिचुएशन जब इंप्रूव हो रही है, देयर इज नो नीड इन माय व्यू, आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन, टू स्क्रैच एट द वुंड्स. हीलिंग होने दीजिए. चीजें संभल रही हैं, संभलने दीजिए. अभी ऑल पार्टी डेलीगेशन ले जाके और पॉलिटिक्स करके आपको पार्लियामेंट ब्लॉक करना है, आप किसी और विषय पर ब्लॉक कीजिए, मगर फॉर गॉड सेक यूनाइट हो जाइए. आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन, थिंग्स आर गेटिंग बेटर. व्हाई डोंट यू वांट थिंग्स टू गेट बेटर? पीस टॉक्स हो रही हैं कुकी और मेटे ग्रुप्स के बीच में, बहुत जल्द वहां पे सेटलमेंट हो जाएगी. व्हाई डोंट यू स्टॉप द पॉलिटिक्स, आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन?
अर्णब, बहुत अच्छी बात है, बड़ी अच्छी सूचना आपने दी कि वहाँ चीज़ें सुधर रही हैं और शांति आ रही है. बहुत अच्छी बात है, मैं बधाई देता हूँ इस बात के लिए. हेलो, आप मुझे सुन रहे हैं? हेलो
जी जी बिल्कुल,
मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है?
आई कैन हियर यू. बिल्कुल आ रही है, बोलिए.
मेरी आवाज़ आ रही है आपको? मुझे
आई कैन हियर यू, आई कैन हियर यू. मे बी डिड आई लूज द फोन लाइन? यू कैन कंटिन्यू. आई कैन हियर यू आचार्य जी. मैं रिकनेक्ट कर रहा हूं. आई एम रिकनेक्टिंग विथ हिम. आई पुट द सेम क्वेश्चन राइट नाउ टू आशुतोष वर्मा. थिंग्स आर इंप्रूविंग. व्हाई द पॉलिटिक्स? व्हाई नाउ?
आई थिंक feel very good that things are improving, and I think it's a welcome step that the peace should be there.
Yes.
We are not against the peace, and definitely we want to be Manipur people to console and be part of India. But two questions arise, which we have to, as a responsible opposition, we have to rise before the nation. Number one, either Prime Minister of India or Home Minister of India were not aware of the situation since 3rd of May. If this is yes, it is a horrible. It's a matter of law and order of the country. And if they are aware from 3rd of May, so why they have been silenced?
How do you assume they are not aware? I mean,
So,
if
definitely.
they are not aware, if they are not aware, then why would the Home Minister go to Manipur and spend 4 days at a stretch? You see, even right now, whatever you may say, Sudhanshu Trivedi, I want to settle this issue. Kaha ja raha hai, is the government not aware? I want you to respond to what he has said. Acharya ji, I'm coming to you right after that. Sudhanshu.
In this context, I would just like to mention, the moment the things have started in Manipur, you remember, Home Minister Sri Amit Shah ji was in Karnataka. He left the election campaign and immediately rushed to there. And he took stock of the situation and tried to settle down. But I would like to ask, the opposition parties are saying that since last 78 days it is going on and the government was not doing anything. I would like to ask, in the last 78 days, you met twice. Your internal all-party meeting happened in Patna and Bengaluru. I have not heard a single statement about Manipur. I have not heard any resolution, any reaction of any leader about Manipur. And then you are saying it's happening since 78 days and we were aware and the government was not aware. And everything started just on the eve of the parliament session. And Prime Minister, who has categorically explained on the first day of the parliament session, the pain, grief and the anguish. तो भाई ये बताना चाहिए ना कि अगर आप आज कह रहे हैं कि 78 दिन से था, तो कोई एक बयान बताइए. And again, I would like to emphasize one more.
उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को डांटे.
Ashutosh is countering you again. Second counter, I am letting Ashutosh counter you. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Ashutosh, second time आपको counter कर रहे. Go on.
तो उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को डांटे. मतलब आप व्यवस्था आप करोगे, देश को आप बता रहे हो, आप निर्भर आप बना रहे हो, सबसे बड़ा प्रधान सेवक आप हो, और पूछ रहे हो विपक्ष क्या कर रहा था. अरे अगर वीडियो नहीं लीक होता, 1000 लोग 2 महिलाओं को नग्न अवस्था में लेके जा रहे हैं. Is it something I don't know? But this is horrible.
मैं एक सवाल पूछना चाहता हूँ. उस वीडियो को लेके पूरा देश और मैं भी क्रोधित हूँ. मगर I need you to understand the situation with some maturity and I want to bring in Abhijit Iyer में. हम इस बात को मानने को तैयार नहीं है कि ये clashes क्यों हुई. The biggest reason for the clashes, I'm sorry to say, I'll be very clear, is not the government, it is the High Court. The High Court order on the provision of ST status to the Meitei community, suddenly made by the High Court in the middle of April, no discussion with the state government, no discussion with the central government. Court gives a hard date saying that it has to be implemented on the 19th of May. I'm sorry, आप लोग politics करने में माहिर हैं, मगर आप ये कहने को तैयार नहीं है that the real issue, Abhijit, is what the court has done. I say on air tonight that the court made a mistake and we should honestly blame the court for it. You cannot blame the politicians when it is the courts which have put out a verdict. I'm sorry, ये कहना पड़ेगा.
Just blaming to the
Abhijit is on the debate. Abhijit.
You remember the CAA, NRC, the implementation was started on the orders of the Supreme Court. And then they made it out to be the government's fault that the implementation started. This was a process that was started precisely on the direction of the High Court. And again, the government is to blame for this. Third, I heard this thing about, oh my God, the video came out. Of course, the video was very upsetting, but it had happened 2 months prior. The government knew what was going to happen, and that is why they cut off the internet, which is why it took so long for it to come out, which is a good thing, because had it come out at that point of time, do you know what would have happened out there? You know, it is literally adding fuel to the flame. So it has taken a while to come out. You know, everybody thought that internet cutoffs do not work. You remember, Arnab, when 370 was abrogated, The 15 days later, the internet was restored and it immediately resulted in the Sora riots. That is exactly what we would have seen in Manipur as well.
Yes.
The internet cutoff has helped very significantly. It will take time to normalize. Today, look where Kashmir is. It has taken 2-3 years, but it is totally normal to the point where even Rahul Gandhi is coming out and saying, oh my God, nobody's targeting me. It is so totally normal
That's
out
the
there.
point. You know, my point, Abhijit, here is this, and we must this Friday have a serious debate on this. I'm coming to you, but Acharya Pramod Krishnan was cut midway, so I'm going back to him. Acharya ji, आप कांग्रेस पार्टी से हैं, I understand you have to criticize the government, but you should also criticize the court, because court gave that order. उससे बहुत sensitive situation develop हो गया, and after the order was pronounced, the concerned judge went on leave. Because the judge went on leave, the government could not appeal, and therefore there was a situation, the cookies were angry, it was an emotional issue and clashes happened. इधर बैठ के गवर्नमेंट को ब्लेम करना, देखिए गवर्नमेंट यू कैन ब्लेम फॉर हैंडलिंग ऑफ द सिचुएशन, नॉट फॉर क्रिएटिंग द प्रॉब्लम. द प्रॉब्लम हैज नॉट बीन क्रिएटेड बाय द गवर्नमेंट. आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्णन, कांग्रेस में होते हुए भी आपको सच कहना चाहिए प्रोग्राम पर आज. और पॉलिटिक्स को छोड़ दीजिए, ये पॉलिटिक्स करने का समय नहीं है. प्लीज आचार्य जी.
देखिए अर्णब गोस्वामी जी, आप कह रहे हैं गवर्नमेंट को ब्लेम नहीं करें, तो फिर किसे करें? पंडित नेहरू को ब्लेम करें, इंदिरा गांधी को ब्लेम करें, लाल बहादुर शास्त्री को ब्लेम करें, अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी
मैं बोले कोर्ट को कीजिए,
मनमोहन सिंह जी को ब्लेम करें, या विपक्ष को ब्लेम करें?
कोर्ट, हाई कोर्ट को कीजिए.
नहीं, आप मुझे बताइए.
आप कोर्ट को कीजिए.
दूसरी बात अर्णब गोस्वामी जी, आप एक बहुत ही वरिष्ठ पत्रकार हैं, आप एक बहुत वरिष्ठ पत्रकार हैं, और मेरी दृष्टि से देखा जाए आप एक राष्ट्रभक्त पत्रकार हैं. आपको तो विपक्ष के साथ खड़े होकर के सरकार से पूछना चाहिए कि ये मणिपुर में हुआ क्या, और मणिपुर देश का हिस्सा है या नहीं. सुधांशु त्रिवेदी जी से पूछना चाहता हूं, मणिपुर है कहां? भारत में ना. तो भारत की सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है या चीन की सरकार की जिम्मेदारी है? मणिपुर जला क्यों, मैं पूछना चाहता हूं. अगर भारत में है और भारत के किसी राज्य में इस तरह के हालात पैदा हुए, अगर भारत के किसी राज्य में इतना खून खराबा हुआ, भारत के किसी राज्य में इतनी निर्लज्जता और बेशर्मी और इतना क्रूर अपराध हुए, आखिर क्यों हुए? इसकी जिम्मेदारी कौन लेगा? और अगर विपक्ष जाना चाहता है तो पंडित अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी के जमाने में कांग्रेस पार्टी विपक्ष में थी, उस समय जाते थे, कोई सवाल नहीं उठता था. और डॉक्टर मनमोहन सिंह के जमाने में कितनी बार बीजेपी के डेलीगेशन गए. राज्यों के अंदर सरकारें होती हैं. मुझे मालूम है कैराना का कांड चला था, उत्तर प्रदेश में अखिलेश यादव की सरकार थी. कैराना का जब पलायन का इश्यू हुआ तो संतों का एक डेलीगेशन गया था, मेरी अध्यक्षता में गया था. इधर वालों ने भी क्रिटिसाइज किया, उधर वालों ने भी क्रिटिसाइज किया. क्या देश के विपक्ष को यह जानने की अनुमति नहीं है? क्या देश का विपक्ष देश का नहीं है? क्या ये जो विपक्ष के नेता हैं ये भारत के नहीं है?
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी
है ये जानने का? क्या इनके जाने से क्या वहां इनके जाने से वायलेंस भड़क जाएगा? नहीं, अगर 1 से 10 सेकंड और दीजिएगा अर्णब, 10 सेकंड और दीजिएगा.
मगर क्या आपके जाने से कोई इसमें नहीं फायदा क्या होगा?
10 सेकंड
आप मुझे बताइए.
अर्णब 10 सेकंड मुझे दो ना, अनइंटरप्टेड दे दो, 10 सेकंड और दे दीजिएगा. मैं सुधांशु जी से ये पूछना चाहता हूं आपके माध्यम से कि अगर आपको लगता है कि विपक्ष के नेताओं के मणिपुर जाने से वायलेंस भड़क जाएगा तो उनकी यात्रा को बैन कर दीजिएगा. लेकिन ये तो
नहीं, बिल्कुल ठीक है. He heard your question. Sudhanshu is responding. Riju has not spoken and neither has Reena. Okay, Sudhanshu Trivedi.
Just 2-3 lines. Anybody could have asked this question ki how this happened in Manipur, but if the Congress party asked the question, it looks painful because it has happened for the first time, sir. 1993, more than 7 or 8 months of blockade. 97, 2006, 2012, Armed Force Special Power Act kept there Manipur for years. The blockade for months.
Yeah,
exactly. And you are saying suddenly hua kya?
And Sudhanshu ji, that is the reason why you are in power in Manipur and not Congress. There is a reason why you've been voted there, not Congress.
Let me complete my sentence.
अब कब तक आप कांग्रेस को ब्लेम करते रहेंगे सुधांशु जी?
अरे भाई आप कहां से बीच में आ गए भाई?
अभी डबल इंजन की सरकार आपकी चल रही है, कांग्रेस की नहीं चल रही है.
कौन किसके लिए आया? अरे भाई आप लोग तो जन लोकपाल लेके आ रहे थे, तो टोपी ओपी छोड़ दी। अभी मुझे कांग्रेस को जवाब देने दीजिए। अभी आप लोग बीच में
प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बोला था ना कि जिसको जो मणिपुर में पीस नहीं ला सकता उसको मणिपुर गवर्न करने का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। ये मैंने नहीं बोला था, ये प्रधानमंत्री जी ने बोला था जब भाषण देने गए थे वहां पे, जब वोट मांगने गए थे तब उन्होंने बोला था कि मणिपुर में जो पीस नहीं ला सकता उसको अधिकार नहीं है मणिपुर गवर्न करने का।
Let him speak and then I'll come back to you, Reena. I'll come back to you, Reena. Let him complete.
अरे सुनिए, आपको पता है
It's hot debate, ladies and gentlemen. 9:30. Let the debate continue.
कि आर्मी के हथियार लूट लिए गए थे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में, and you remember it has happened in this country.
अभी भी आर्मी के हथियार, वहाँ पे पुलिस के हथियार लूटे गए हैं।
In January 1967.
अभी भी पुलिस के हथियार लूटे गए हैं। आपके वहाँ के अपने एमएलए बोल रहे हैं कि पुलिस के हथियार लूटे गए हैं। यही कारण है, पूर्णतः विफल हैं आप लोग। आपको अपने चीफ मिनिस्टर का इस्तीफा लेना चाहिए। क्यों इस्तीफा नहीं लिया आपने? क्योंकि आपकी मिली भगत से वहाँ जो ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है कि जैसी वीडियो आया और 2 दिन में आपने सबको अरेस्ट कर लिया, उससे पहले किसी को अरेस्ट नहीं किया आपने? अगर वीडियो आपके सामने था तो आपने उन लोगों को अरेस्ट क्यों नहीं किया? क्योंकि वो भारतीय जनता पार्टी के लोग थे।
Okay, my question.
Arnab, I must get my.
No. Before you, no. I ask you. I have a question for you.
अरे भाई मैं तो अपनी बात पूरी नहीं कर पाया। अगर ऐसे नॉन स्टॉप बोलना है,
सुधांशु मैं कुछ कह रहा हूं सुधांशु जी, आप इतने उत्तेजित मत होइए, आप सुन लीजिए मेरी बात प्लीज। मैं आपको हाथ जोड़कर रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, सुधांशु त्रिवेदी,
वहां पे किलिंग शुरू हो गई। And for the first time after around 40 years, अमृतसर में ऑपरेशन पुलिसवार की बरसी पर
Now he's not going to listen.
पूरा देश इस समय सवाल पूछ रहा है।
Now he's not going to listen, ladies and gentlemen.
सवाल पूछ रहा है।
Now my question, Reena Gupta, please look here and listen to me. I want you to be part of a delegation. I want up certainly 100%. 100% I want you to have an all-party delegation. You are actually right and I am wrong. Reena Gupta, you should take a delegation of I.N.D.I.A to Malda, where 2 women were allegedly stripped and brutally attacked. I say you must go and tell Riju I'm coming. And I want you to lead a delegation to Bengal to find out how 52 people died, Ashutosh, in the West Bengal Panchayat polls. You must go. He must go. You must go. You must not be late. You're already late. You must go.
First of all, I'm disappointed in this whataboutery from you.
This is not whataboutery. No, sorry.
No, I am saying you must go.
Pointing out moral inconsistency. Pointing out moral inconsistency is not whataboutery.
Delegation went to West Bengal, right? Did they not go to West Bengal? They went to West Bengal.
Why aren't you going to Bengal? Why don't you go to Bengal?
Because Prime Minister is not going.
Yes, I will go.
Why don't you go to Chhattisgarh?
Yes, I will go.
Why don't you go to Rajasthan?
That does not absolve the central government. It is their government in the center.
I'm not saying it absolves, but why don't you go?
Why did the National Commission of Women sat on this for so long?
No. I have raised those questions.
Okay,
can I?
Arnab, you're not letting me speak.
Can I come in with a point?
Okay, we are all lying.
I didn't say you're lying. I'm saying you must go to Bengal.
8 of the Bharatiya Janata Party MLAs from Manipur on record saying that all this mess has been created because of Biren Singh. I am not saying this. The governor of Manipur, the governor of Manipur appointed by Bharatiya Janata Party is saying,
okay, tell me one thing.
I have not seen this kind of violence in my life.
Tell me one thing.
This is their people saying, not opposition saying, not Reena Gupta saying, not Aam Aadmi Party.
Okay, Ashutosh,
cabinet minister of the Manipur, they are saying that this is a horrible situation.
Ashutosh, one minute. No, can you both listen to me? Why are both of you not listening to me? Why are you bludgeoning me with counters without listening to my very intricate arguments? My question here is...
Arnab, look at this photograph. This is the meeting. Why is Sambit Mahapatra sitting there? In what capacity?
Ask him. Ask Sudhanshu. Sambit Patra, not Sambit Mahapatra. Sambit Patra. Ask Sudhanshu Trivedi. 1 minute. Riju Datta, my question to you is... Riju Datta, my question to you is... Can I get Riju Datta on air? Riju Datta, my question to you is this. The question here is about politics. I hope you can hear me because I'm having a little video frayed on your side. If my audio is going through. I think I'm having some video and audio disturbances with Riju. Let's try and fix that. When it's back, we'll get him back. My fundamental point here is, are you aware of the fact that the problem in Manipur has been going on for a long time? Ashutosh, it's not happening overnight. You very well know how things have been handled in the past. Why would you not ask the Congress party that question?
That's the question has to be asked by the ruling government, who says that India is protected. India is protected like this. But this is horrible that you and Sudhanshu ji is asking what opposition is doing. This is the part. So the video was totally horrible and no one can justify. I agree that either from the government side or from opposition, no one justifies. But who is responsible from the last 3rd May to this 70 days? And it took only 7 days.
Can we avoid the politics and work to a solution?
Let me complete.
You asked Sudhanshu.
It was 18th of July when the term India was coined. And just after 7 days, on the 25th of July, Prime Minister came and criticized the word India. He got every time to criticize the opposition, but he didn't even get a time to at least give a tweet for what is going on in Manipur. He gone to France, he gone to Abu Dhabi, he posted a picture from the pyramids of the Egypt, he stopped the 2,000 notes in between them, he go to Karnataka for the election campaign, he go to Rajasthan, even he go to UP. He also shared one of the tweets of the Manik Shah, the state leader. And what was the central government was doing?
No.
And you are asking what opposition was doing, what Congress was doing, what Samajwadi Party was doing. But this is a total mockery of the constitution of you are doing.
Sudhanshu can answer that. 1 minute. Can I get him to respond? 1 minute. I can't see him on the screen, so I'm getting Sudhanshu to respond to that. I'll certainly come back to you on that. Sudhanshu. Can't hear him. Louder, please.
I would expect that if I have not spoken over anybody, I will be allowed to have my submission. First thing I would like to say, sir, when we won Manipur, it is on record statement of Mallikarjun Kharge ji, the president of Congress party. Manipur तो छोटा राज्य है, वहाँ कुछ हुआ तो उससे कोई importance, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. This was the level of respect.
अरे आपके लिए तो बड़ा है साहब.
And you are saying that you are having sensitivity for Manipur. I think they should have. But I have not spoken on anybody. You are speaking. I am consistently listening. I just submit. First, you tender an apology for this. Then you go to Manipur. That you have disrespected Manipur's prestige. That was
Pramod Krishnan. आचार्य प्रमोद कृष्ण.
नहीं, मैं पहली बात अर्णब गोस्वामी जी पहली बात तो मैं सुधांशु जी से कहना चाहता हूं कि उन्हें तो संयम रखना चाहिए, क्रोध नहीं करना चाहिए. सरकार है, आलोचना सुनने का थोड़ा सा कलेजा रखिएगा. और मणिपुर में सरकार किसकी है?
अरे भाई, आप आलोचना नहीं, आप जवाब नहीं सुनना चाहते. हर व्यक्ति बीच में बोल रहा है.
उसकी जिम्मेदारी किसकी है? अब आप नहीं, अब आप बीच में बोल रहे हैं. देखिए, मैंने तो आपके बीच में बोला भी नहीं, दूसरों ने बोला है. अब मैं आपसे 3 सवाल कर रहा हूं और अर्णब गोस्वामी जी, मैं आपसे रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूं, मेरे 3 सवालों का जवाब आप अपनी शो में दिलवाइएगा, क्योंकि सुधांशु जी बड़े विद्वान प्रवक्ता हैं भाई, ज्ञानी प्रवक्ता हैं. सुधांशु जी से पूछिएगा कि ये जो वायलेंस हुआ मणिपुर में, इसकी जिम्मेदारी किसकी है? मेरा पहला सवाल. दूसरा, आप अगर छत्तीसगढ़ के अंदर जहां कांग्रेस की सरकार है, राजस्थान के अंदर जहां हमारी सरकार है, बंगाल के अंदर जहां ममता जी की सरकार है, वहां अगर कुछ गड़बड़ होती है, आपका डेलीगेशन जाता है, हम स्वागत करते हैं, हमने कभी नहीं रोका. आप मणिपुर में विपक्ष के डेलीगेशन को रोकने की ये हिमाकत कैसे कर रहे हैं? क्या ये डेमोक्रेसी का पार्ट है? तीसरी बात, अगर आपको लगता है कि विपक्ष के नेताओं के मणिपुर में जाने से वहां वायलेंस भड़केगा, तो उस डेलीगेशन को बैन करिएगा. आप इधर उधर की बात करते हैं, जिम्मेदारी लेने से बचते हैं. कभी आप पंडित नेहरू की बात करते हैं, कभी आप नरसिम्हा राव की सरकार की बात करते हैं, कभी आप मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे की बात करते हैं. क्या मणिपुर के अंदर जो आग लगी उसकी जिम्मेदारी मल्लिकार्जुन खड़गे जी की है? क्या कांग्रेस की है?
सुधांशु त्रिवेदी can respond. I have something to tell you. मेरा कुछ कहना है आपको, मगर
गोस्वामी जी आपसे रिक्वेस्ट करना चाहता हूं. I want to just remind you. आज आप हमारे साथ खड़े होइएगा. अर्णब गोस्वामी, आप हमारे साथ खड़े होकर सवाल करिएगा.
नहीं, रिक्वेस्ट
आप सवाल करिए.
नहीं, आचार्य जी, आपको मुझे कुछ रिक्वेस्ट करने की जरूरत नहीं है. मैं मुद्दे पे हूँ, मैं पूर्वोत्तर से हूँ. मुझे याद है 2011 में आचार्य जी, कृपा करके सुनिए, 2011 में आचार्य जी, आपको याद होगा 2011 में मणिपुर में 123 इलेक्शन की ब्लॉकेड लगी थी,
हमारे साथ
लगी थी कि नहीं लगी थी? मैं कह रहा हूं, मैं क्या आप सुन नहीं रहे?
सरकार से
सत्य जब आप नहीं, मैं सत्य के साथ हूं, आप नहीं है,
पूछिएगा,
आप नहीं है आचार्य जी, आप नहीं है सत्य के साथ।
जिम्मेदारी किसकी
मैं चाहता हूं आप सत्य के साथ वापस आए। सत्य के पथ पर चलने वाले लोग जीतेंगे। आप असत्य बात कर रहे हैं। 123 दिन के लिए ब्लॉकेज लगी थी। एलपीजी के सिलेंडर के दाम उस समय 2500 रुपए के हो गई थी। प्रधानमंत्री ने या यूपीए के चेयरमैन सोनिया गांधी ने एक शब्द नहीं कहा था। They did not utter a word at that point of time. You know that.
नहीं, सवाल है कि मणिपुर में ये पूछना, मणिपुर के हालात के लिए जिम्मेदार कौन है, ये सरकार से पूछना गलत है। तो 100 बार सवाल हम करेंगे, क्या मणिपुर के हालात क्यों बिगड़े, ये सरकार से अगर हम सवाल करते हैं। अर्णब गोस्वामी,
नहीं, आप बताइए मुझे, बताइए मुझे,
पूछिए सुधांशु जी।
नहीं, आप ओके सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, मैं तो सत्य के साथ हूं, मगर आप राजनीति के साथ हैं। सुधांशु त्रिवेदी इज रिस्पोंडिंग टू, आई एम कमिंग बैक टू रीना। सुधांशु त्रिवेदी, आचार्य जी एक मिनट, सुधांशु त्रिवेदी रिस्पॉन्ड कर ले, बिकॉज़ ही मेड अ डायरेक्ट पॉइंट। सुधांशु त्रिवेदी,
नहीं, अच्छा
एक मिनट,
पॉइंट आंसर,
शांत हो जाइए आचार्य जी प्लीज। आप और मेरा दोनों का हार्ट रेट बढ़ रहा है।
Number one, the situation arose. No, I will. Our government came in 2018. Before this court judgment in May 2023, you quote a single instance which has happened. A&E blockade, anything happened in Manipur in the last 5.5 years? Before that, 2004 to 13, 772 people died in insurgency. It was totally peaceful. And you have asked about the reason. I think you are knowing, but deliberately or mischievously, you are trying to hoodwink. It has emanated after a situation coming out of a court judgment. Two things which is being kept pending since decades. And second thing, on the issue of going to the leaders, government is having no problem. Home Minister has said now the leaders can go. But when Rahul Gandhi ji has gone, you know he is having a Z plus security with ASL, means advanced security licensing. When this type of leader, which is the security is with the Home Minister and Defense Minister of the country, if he has to move, the entire route is to be sanitized. So the government just asked you go by chopper. Because if the so many hundreds of police personnel were deployed to sanitizing the routes, and when in such a type of situation, that leader it needs hundreds
trying to derail the peace process.
But he insisted that I will go by road. So we have not stopped him. We have said you go by chopper. And third thing I would like
let them be on air, both of them. Ashutosh and Reena on air. Coming to you after that. Ashutosh and Reena.
The minister of the government,
Sudhanshu ji,
and it has said on the floor of the house, sir.
Let him finish and you'll get 10
between an allegation.
Sudhanshu
ji, let him finish. Let him finish. Reena, let him finish.
Sudhanshu ji,
let him finish. Ashutosh ji, listen, let him finish. He'll finish.
सुनिए, राजस्थान में रूलिंग पार्टी की एमएलए ने कहा I do not feel safe in राजस्थान।
अरे फिर राजस्थान
हमने नहीं बोला है, आपकी सरकार के मंत्री ने बोला है, और वो भी कहा बोला है।
राजीव, कब तक छुपेंगे आप? कब तक छुपेंगे आप?
लोग
जिम्मेदार है बस।
अब बोलिए ना, अरे कब तक छुपेंगे क्या? बोलिए ना।
सुधांशु जी, इन्हीं 6 पूर्वोत्तर राज्यों के लिए।
अच्छा, एक नॉट ओवर ईच अदर, पहले वो बोल ले फिर आप आ जाइए। नहीं, सुधांशु जी एक मिनट, वन आफ्टर दी अदर। रीना, यू मेक योर पॉइंट, बट मेक योर पॉइंट ब्रीफली, आई विल कम टू यू आफ्टर। नहीं, सुधांशु जी पहले एक मिनट। सुधांशु जी, हॉट डिबेट है, हॉट डिबेट कुछ कह रहे हैं आपको। 1 मिनट, प्लीज वेट, लेट हिम कंप्लीट, देन आई विल कम टू यू। या
तो एक अच्छी बात है, ऐसी पार्टी जिनके नेता जिंदगी में
let her go first, then I'll come.
पॉजिटिव पॉइंट,
you make your point, he'll respond, come into the debate, please.
Arnab,
you make a point to him, make your point to him.
2 days ago it was Kargil Divas. All of the Bharatiya Janata Party people posted photographs, Kargil Divas, Kargil Divas.
Why they shouldn't?
They should.
Didn't you?
They should.
Why didn't you?
But listen Arnab, you're not letting me complete.
No.
But the woman who was raped, her husband is a Kargil war veteran. You know what he said? I cried when I heard him. He said, मैंने देश के लिए लड़ाई करी, मैंने कारगिल में देश की रक्षा करी, पर मैं अपनी बीवी की रक्षा नहीं कर पाया। और ये सुनने के बाद भी प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कुछ बोला? प्रधानमंत्री जी ने मुश्किल से 30 सेकंड बोले, वो भी पार्लियामेंट के बाहर। अब अगर हम ये कह रहे हैं कि मणिपुर देश का अभिन्न अंग है,
वो बोल रहे हैं जिन्होंने कहा था
क्यों नहीं प्रधानमंत्री
आपने बात कह दी, नहीं आपने बात नहीं, एक मिनट सुधांशु त्रिवेदी जी, एक मिनट, वन मिनट, आई एम रिक्वेस्टिंग एवरीवन, calm down, I am requesting the
कारगिल की बात कर रहे हैं, उनके साथ खड़े हैं जो कहते हैं भारत की सेना अध्यक्ष सड़क छाप गुंडा है। ये आम आदमी पार्टी वो पार्टी है जिसने 9 जनवरी 2015
आपने उस कारगिल के वेटरन के आंसू पोंछे क्या? आपने क्या किया? वो जो महिलाएं हैं, वो महिलाएं अभी भी कैंप में हैं, उनके पास ना कोई काउंसलिंग मिली है उनको, ना उनको मेडिकल हेल्प मिली है, उनको बेसहारा छोड़ा गया है।
रीना जी,
When I heard the statement,
I really so did. I felt. Can I not speak? I understood, Reena. Listen, Reena. One minute.
She's huffing and puffing, and she's saying Rahul Gandhi is zimmedar for Manipur.
Will you listen to me, Reena, for a minute, please? And I'm going to bring in Ashutosh, and Abhijit has rarely spoken. Okay. I am saying, Abhijit ji, I have made very strong comments on the situation in Manipur. You are aware of that. What I am saying today is only one thing, Ashutosh. We are all reasonable people, and I believe that we are all nationalists at heart. My own view is, Ashutosh, that there should be about 1 month of no politics. And I genuinely believe that if for 1 month all political parties step back, let the security forces do their job, let there be a peace settlement, things will get back to normal. I am very happy that schools are opening. But you know what happens is where the politicians will go, वो फिर इस इशू को राजनीतिक ढंग से निचोड़ने की कोशिश करेंगे कि नहीं करेंगे। अब अभिजीत, मुझे उस चीज का डर है और उससे शायद हमें थोड़ा परहेज रखना चाहिए, प्लीज।
अर्नब, बंगाल में जब विपक्ष की पार्टी गई थी तो वहां पे सिचुएशन खराब नहीं हुई थी। ये लोकतांत्रिक देश है, इसमें जाना पड़ेगा क्योंकि प्रधानमंत्री नहीं जा रहे हैं। और ये जो बैठे हुए हैं सुधांशु जी, ये बातें बोल रहे हैं पूर्वोत्तर राज्यों की, आप भी पूर्वोत्तर से आते हो। इस आजाद भारत में पहली बार देखा कि मिजोरम और त्रिपुरा की दोनों की बॉर्डर सिक्योरिटी फोर्स, दोनों की पुलिस एक दूसरे पर गोली चला रही हैं। मणिपुर में ये भयावह हंगामा हुआ है। और 2 दिन पहले जो आपने नहीं दिखाया, जो आपने नहीं नोटिस किया, मेघालय में कोनार्ड संगमा के चीफ मिनिस्टर के ऊपर अटैक हुआ है।
I want to correct you.
आपने नहीं, मतलब
no, I'm not responding personally. सुधांशु,
आप कहते हैं कि हमने जीत लिया, ये जीत लिया है आपने।
Despite being a literate person, you are behaving like an illiterate. सर, आपको याद नहीं है मिजो नेशनल फ्रंट at one point of time declared an independent state. At one of the time असम राइफल्स के,
अच्छा तो आप उसको अलग कर दो, उसको अलग कर दो, उसको गिनो मत हिंदुस्तान में। अरुणाचल तो गिन ही नहीं रहे हो आप सामने। अरुणाचल तो आप गिनना छोड़ चुके हो।
One minute. There is a view that Abhijit wants to share with us. Abhijit,
I'm hearing a lot.
Let Abhijit, Sudhanshu ji, Abhijit Iyer Mitra कुछ कह रहे हैं. Abhijit बोलिए. Go on.
I'm hearing a lot of generics. Yeah. I'm not hearing specifics. I really want to know from my friends in AAP and...
He's still speaking. Sudhanshu Trivedi, Abhijit wants to say something. Please go on.
So, I'm hearing a lot of generics. I'm not hearing specifics. Yes. Okay. I want to know, if you feel the government has failed, I want to know from the AAP and the Samajwadi Party and the Congress Party, what exactly, when that court judgment came out, could you tell me what exactly you wanted to be done there and then? I want specifics.
Very good point.
Did you want to...
Let him explain. Let him explain.
Second,
let him explain in detail.
Was there an intelligence assessment that came out saying that there are going to be riots? Because governments work on the basis of intelligence assessments. Was there an IB assessment? Number one. Number two, what did you want done? I never heard of this riot till I'd heard of trouble till I heard about it on the news. Nobody anywhere was talking about it. Even handles that I follow, Twitter handles from Manipur, went talking about it. All of a sudden it blows up. So, you know, we're talking about principles, who is responsible, this and that. I have to... In the last 45 minutes, I have not heard one thing specific on either predicting this riot, mapping its course, or corrective preemptive measures that could have been put into place in time. So, can any of you please be specific? Okay. I am not interested in principles, I want specifics, tangibles.
Okay, so the women were raped, the video was there, and okay, it was not out in the public domain.
That's not the question I asked.
And the Home Minister.
That is not the question I asked.
What is your question?
The question is, what were the preemptive steps that could have been taken, which you're saying because was not taken, the government is responsible. The women were raped, the videos came out. They came out 2 months later. We knew rapes had happened 2 months prior. What is the preemptive step?
I'm hoping the government.
No, the news reports. The news reports had already come out.
The government doesn't know.
The news reports had already come out.
That is even a worse situation.
The news reports had already come out.
You don't know women are being raped.
Then what is
and
the
these
condition of law and order?
Okay, I don't think you guys get how an internet. One second. No.
He's saying something.
You guys don't seem to get how an internet blockade works.
He's saying something.
Videos are taken on the phone. Let me show you this because this seems to be a technical problem. Videos are taken on the phone. Okay, it is stored on the phone. We don't use cloud storage in India as far as I know. You need to have 4G or Wi-Fi connectivity in order to share it and for people to know that something has happened.
Listen.
The second way that something happens is you go to the police station and file an FIR.
The women.
What's your counter?
Hold on. Listen.
1 second. I have not finished.
Listen.
I have not finished.
You're not making any sense. You're not making any sense.
Then go to the
women are on
police station.
record saying.
Yes. And how do you find the culprits without video evidence?
The women.
How do you find the culprits without video evidence?
Ashutosh.
You test the entire male population around here.
Broken out there. What is the intelligence doing?
Yeah, intelligence will get it how?
Ashutosh.
You tell me. I really need to know this.
Manipur is the border state and local intelligence.
You are actually positing that intelligence should know who the rapist is anywhere.
Of course.
Amazing. Amazing.
They should
Just amazing.
Okay. I want to.
I'm sorry. Are you even listening to this?
इस देश में प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा कि कपड़ों से पहचानते हैं कौन दंगा कर रहा है।
पुलिस ने दिया है मॉब को, लो पकड़ो इनको, इनका बलात्कार करो। पुलिस ने दिया है मॉब को।
पुलिस ने दिया है मॉब को।
Okay, Ashutosh, louder please, Ashutosh.
इस देश में प्रधानमंत्री ने कहा कपड़ों से पहचानते हैं कि कौन दंगा कर रहा है। उस देश में प्रधानमंत्री को ये नहीं पता कि रॉयट हो रहा है।
Okay, now.
ये बॉर्डर स्टेट की स्थिति है।
Now I like to read out a few tweets.
No. This is the caliber.
And Sham Kumar Saini says, Sham Kumar Saini says the present vote bank politics is out of our polling system. And we have Akshay Pradhan says it is a design of the Congress. We have Mitali who says I.N.D.I.A has no work other than creating issues, complicating issues. We have Shelley who says, kindly read this article about Manipur. Ishika says, what does the delegation want to prove by going to Manipur? Ladies and gentlemen, Manipur has been in the focus. The opposition has the right to go. I, however, would say, stop the politics for 10 days and see how things improve. On the other side, when we come back, one of our debates will be on why there is really fundamentally no Christian versus Hindu angle on Manipur and why it should not be looked at in that way. In a few minutes.